Jerry Mercado here with Coach Neidhold on WSN's The Zone on Fox. Coach, tonight you guys came in after an impressive victory last week versus Southridge. Yeah. Tonight you guys executed a couple of really great drives by way of mixing the pass and the run, doing a good job both sides of the football. If you can you talk about the beginning of the game and how things went execution-wise?
Well, we were in a nice rhythm. We run our openers and kind of throw the ball around a little bit, mix into some pass and run, some different personnel packages, and we're up 14-0, cruising along, and our defense is playing well. And then we kind of started to self-destruct a little bit and got out of sync. Had some TV things to deal with that got us, had to stop and wait. But all of our the reason we're out of sync and some of the things that we had going on were Walla Walla taking it to us a little bit. I think we might have let our guard down a little bit, and that's all. Give a lot of credit to Eric and his kids, and the Walla Walla's a proud team, and they're a proud program, and they're not going to lay down for anybody, and they certainly didn't lay down for us, and they hit us in the mouth for like 2.5 solid quarters, and we couldn't get anything done. So.
Coach, when the chips were down a little bit, you really got to see where you guys relied on your strength, and that seemed to be the offensive line. If you can, talk about that unit and their performance tonight.
Well, our when you're out of sync offensively, what I like to do is run the ball, get some first downs, get some momentum going, maybe mix in a pass, and you can't run it unless your O-line guys are taking care of business up front, and that's a pretty good group. They've got some experienced guys that have played. We got a sophomore, a junior, and everybody else is a senior, and that helps to have senior leadership on your O-line. But give those guys some credit. Those guys were able to grind out some tough yards there in the late in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter.
Coach, over these past couple games, obviously, tonight. Dealing with some of the trouble that you guys had, but 2-0. Who have been some players that have really stepped up for you?
Well, our offensive line as a group has been good. Our defense has been pretty solid. That whole defensive group has been real tough. Zach's been getting the ball out on time. He's a 3-year starter guy. Our running backs are finding little seams and creases to run through. Those 4 guys are pretty dynamic group. And then our seniors, this is their last go, and we don't have very many guys that are going to go out and play anything and after high school. So I think those guys are definitely rely on that leadership to, when the chips are down out here, to kind of rise up.
Coach, obviously the big ones next week. You go up against a really talented team, almost every position, solid. How do you prepare against a team like Chiawana?
Well, we're gonna worry about those guys tomorrow. I know Steve very well, as you guys know. We're fast friends and respect each other greatly, and just he's a guy that he's part of my family and his family. So. We know that they're good, and they know that we're pretty good. We spoke today on the phone, and we traded some things that we talk about, and I said, "You guys are pretty good, aren't you?" And he said, "You guys aren't bad either." So, next week's game will be next week's game. It'll get a lot of press. There's gonna be a lot of people there. Richland Chiawanas developed into a nice rivalry. But at the end of the day, if we win or they win, it's just one game. We got a long way to go yet, but we're gonna find out. We're going to find out if we're any good next week with these kids. Take them over there and play Graphs guys. I know they're a fussy group, and they put it to Kennewick tonight, 48-0, and they put it to Hanford last week, big. And so we'll try to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see. But we're excited for the challenge, and we'll go over there and we'll play them, and we respect all, fear none. So that's what we'll do. Absolutely. Congratulations tonight, Coach. A beautiful night for football here at Fran Risch, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Looking forward to seeing you guys.